Today is Sunday. Happy Sunday, y'all. And I decided to do a live for today just to crochet and chit chat with you guys. That's what it's going to be about. Well, let's just hang on there. I'm going to hang on for a few minutes, see if anyone is around. Turn on my laptop so I could see the comments. I am recording on my phone. I'm on live with my phone, so it's kind of hard to see the comments. Alright, so I hope everybody's doing well. Blessings to all. God be the glory always. Let's see. That's going to take a minute. Alright, wait a minute. I'm having coffee. Oof, that's good. Alright, so I'm going to wait a few minutes. Hello, whoever's watching. Thank you for being here. It's going to be a chat and crochet, an update on my blankets that I'm working on as well. So I'm just going to wait to see if anybody's around. And getting everything all set up here. The tablets, they take forever to get it going. It's not like phones and laptops are way much better. So I can see the chat room better. And I see where I put my glasses. Alright, hold on a second. I need to get my glasses right over here. Jordan might pop up and say hi. Alright, sorry about that. I had to get my glasses. I have my 2 blankets here. So I'm going to share with you guys 2 bags. Show you where I am with the blankets right now. Let's see if this one's better. Okay. Hi, Sam. How you doing? Welcome in. Alright, I'm waiting for my tablet so I can read it. Put that down while it's uploading. Right, so today's Sunday. It's a beautiful day here in Connecticut in the USA. It was very cloudy, but now it's just beautiful, beautiful. Hot day. Another hot day. I know. Everybody's been getting a lot of hot weather. It's been very difficult to work out there with this weather. But, you know, hey, we are here. So, yeah, I was hoping it will rain because it's just been very hot. 90s, feel 100 degrees here in Connecticut at times. But the evening has been, fairly just cool. And I think next Tuesday and Wednesday is going to be in the 50s in the evening. So I don't know about that, but I welcome it. I'm just waiting to see if anybody's going to come in. And so, yeah, so I'm going to be crocheting, having a little chit chat with you guys, showing you my projects. It's not going to take long. Here because my grandson inspired me to get on YouTube today. Sometimes, I just don't like to get on if I don't have anything new I'm working on. But I will show you my projects I have been working on, which I got to get done with those projects. I got to get them done because I got to get them out of the door. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Alright, so let me show you my first project I've been working on in this beautiful blanket. It's a knit blanket. One is blanket's knit, the other one's crochet. And here is the yarn I had showed you before. Let me just grab my project because Jordan is right about 1 foot away from me, laying down. And he's going to want to grab my project, my yarn. Alright, Jordan, you can't have that. So I'm working with this yarn, and I already shared my thoughts about this yarn. Yarn Inspiration Karen Cakes is beautiful. Um, had this yarn for I think over a year now, and I just said I gotta do something with it. Beautiful colors. So I've been keeping track with the rows. I'm using a row counter, and right now this is how it's looking. Um, this is what's left of one cake. This would be gone today, and I'm going to be starting on the second cake. So this is one cake, and let me get the counter. I think it's over 100 rows I did. So it's 124 rows. So 124 rows. I cast on, I think, about 100 stitches. So this is it right here. It's going to be a baby blanket. And I did not control the colors at all. I'm just letting the yarn do its thing. And that is what I have done with this one. Isn't the color beautiful and bright? I think the colors are beautiful. So that will make somebody happy. So this is what 124 rows look like in knitting a blanket. This is the garter stitch. It's a very easy, beginner friendly stitch. Garter stitch, basic, very. I love it because the garter stitch gives the your fabric a little stretch to it. So, and plus I like the feel of it. I like the look of it. This is also a very soft yarn. Very soft. So, down one cake almost, and the other one is going to be cast on tonight. So for that one. So that's bag number one. What am I keep in my bags now? The needles, I'm using this is a 4 medium weight, and I'm using a number 6, I believe. Yes. Um, and it's on a wire, and so I can't say nothing more about these needles. I love them so much, and I'm gonna actually start looking for my other ones. I have different sizes to start using them, but I think this is from Yarnology. I'm not 100% sure because I can't see it here, but it does says, yeah, it's a 6 millimeter, and it's so your work just glides. The yarn never gets stacked or anything like that. I mean, it's you just work. Your work is just easy um, with those needles. So I love them, love them, love them. And this bag I have for that project scissors, and I have a crochet hook just in case sometimes you lose a stitch, and so I grab it with this to save the stitch until I go backwards to put it back on. And yeah, so that's what I have here for that bag. I need to get me more of these. I think Amazon sells them in a packs of these roll counters, and you really need more than just one for your projects. So I just have that one for now. This is my second blanket. It's been very hot, very hot to work with acrylic yarn. I mean, it's been very hot, but I've been trying my best to get it done, get it going. I make sure that it's not in the hottest uh, time of the day, and I just keep working at it. So this one, where's the stitch marker? Well, I guess I have not been using the. Oh yeah, it's this way. Is it this way? Yes. So this one is the other one I'm working on, and the stitch marker is up here. So this is where I left last. And this is the work I did here for this one here. So it's about halfway. It's almost reaching my waist. So once it starts reaching my waist, then I'm going to start turning the ribbon. Um, so do less rows here, put more white rows here and here to make that turn. So yeah, so this is double crochet blanket. These are 20 stitches minus one. I don't know how I did with 19 on one, but it still looks nice. It doesn't matter. So the rest are all 20 double crochets. So 3 of the whites and 2 of this teal. And so I'm making a ribbon out of this one. This one I have to get it done as well as soon as possible. So I will be working on this blanket, the crochet blanket, um, while I'm just chit-chatting with you guys for a little bit. And I'm just going to put this beautiful blanket away because I don't want Jordan's claws on it. And Jordan is our kitten we have here. It's my daughter's pet, member of the family. Um, I gave him his own yarn so that he doesn't touch my yarns. So this one I'm using a number 6 crochet hook, and I think I have it in here. Yeah. Oh, there he comes. Okay, no, Jordan. Okay, 1 second. Jordan was just biting on my blanket. Like, for real. There's no damage control here. There's no damage. So, we are in the process of training Jordan. So far, I got him to sit and do other things that train him that I don't like him to do when it comes to cuddling. And I mean, he thinks that we are cats. But anyways, that's a story for another day. So yeah, so I've been thinking about doing new projects. How about you guys? Now we're in towards the end of July, and so summer will be over soon, in about over a month and a half. So I don't know if you guys been thinking about your fall garments, or what are you working on for the fall? Let me know. And back to school time. You can't, the stores just full of stuff. Back to school, so they're gonna start having sales now. Look out for the sales, especially in August, tax-free month. That's where even people that don't go to school take advantage of the tax-free month, because it's for clothing, shoes, for everything, coats. So people take advantage for their children that are still in school to save some money, especially these days. Things are so expensive right now. Do you know, guys, I was at Walmart the other day and I couldn't believe that I saw a 2-pound coffee for $19.99. I had to take a picture of that because I couldn't believe that coffee, a 2-pound coffee of Folgers coffee, was 20 bucks almost. $19.99. It was unbelievable. But that's how things are. So when these sales, when you have these sales, it's good to take advantage of the sales. And I don't know about your Walmart, but my Walmart already got all the back to school supplies and everything. I went to the yarn section at Walmart. It was nothing new there. Everything was the same. No more clearance. The Red Heart Super Saver that was on clearance for months. Months. I'm talking about like 4 months, maybe more. Um, that's all over. I don't see anything new, but I do know that there's no more sales for Red Heart Super Saver at my store anyways. Ugh. I'm trying to get this out of here. Okay. So yeah, there's nothing new, no new yarns there. Um, so I didn't bother even making a video because it's just the same old yarn. I already had made videos in the past of. And this is the Walmart here at my town. Nah, that's a super Walmart. Yeah. And it's so crazy because they got the fall things out, and my daughter told me they got Halloween out. Stuff for Halloween out. But you know, that's how it is. Trying to make that money. Guys, don't forget a thumbs up. Thank you for those who are here. Hello, hello, welcome. Don't be shy to come in and say hello. And you know, I gotta check let me see something, because I went to my daughter's house and I took my yarn with me. All right, let me get my purse. Hold on one second. Guys, I had to hide all my crochet hooks, crochet supplies, crochet hooks that I had on my craft table. I have a little round table in the corner over there. I don't know, I used to sit by that table in my old videos. And so anyways, I had to put all that away because Jordan wanted to chew on all of my crochet hooks, and I wasn't having that. I'm looking for another crochet hook. um I always keep a crochet hook in my purse now because sometimes things come up when I leave town, and I expect to be at my daughter's house maybe for a short period of time, and then something comes up and I'm there hours and hours and nothing to do. So now I make sure I have my crochet hooks in my purse because I have yarn at her house. So I just make sure that I have my crochet hooks with me, my scissors, when I go to her house. Yeah, I don't think it's in here. Okay. So, alright, let me get that back in here. Time, so I'm going to add the green to here. Alright. So something, first, I would like to say before I forget, and I don't want to forget, is if there are any prayer warriors out there, you could pray for my niece. She's very sick. We could use all the prayers we can for her. She just lost her mom, and she's really sick. And she just came out the hospital the other day, and I guess she was so scared. Because she has to do all these tests, and I had asked my eldest daughter and myself to if we could have went to her home because she needed company. She didn't want to be alone. And so yeah, if you guys could keep her in your prayers. um I haven't sure if it was okay for me to say that here, so I'm not going to say her name, but it's my niece. And I appreciate it. I will ask her. I'm pretty, she probably won't mind, but I really want to confirm it with her. So let me get into the chat room here and see. Get into the main home here. Yeah, I don't like to use these tablets. They're so slow. But it's all I have for now. Oh, there I am. So let me bring this down. Hopefully it's down. Oh. Okay, let's see if it lets me go in the chat room. That's strange. Doesn't even say chat here. Isn't that strange? I mean, I'm right on my live. It doesn't even say chat. See? It won't even say chat on there, so I could click on it. Let me see if I do this. All right. Let's move on. So I'm going to add the green to this, which is this teal is not really green. Get my scissors. So thank you for that. For those who are gonna pray, it's urgent. It's very urgent. So I do appreciate it. Um, of course, we're gonna also be praying too, you know, for her. It's just a lot. It's a lot going on. A lot going on. So let's cut you off. Trying to grab this. All right. Well, it's been tough. Just if somebody knows, something happened to us the other day. I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's really weird. I came home, parked the car, went upstairs. The next day, I go downstairs. My daughter goes before me to go turn on the car so we could get ready to leave. And the key will not turn. And the steering wheel is unlocked. So the tires are facing forward. And we can't get the key to move. We can't get it to move. And for the couple days now, we've been trying every day to get this key to work. And we never had this problem before, so I really don't know what's going on. But we went to Walmart. They in the auto center here. At this Walmart, they have an auto center where they have a key machine. Where now it's not just they make all kinds of keys, make copies of all kinds of keys. It says all kinds of keys, not just for your home, but for auto too. So we brought the key to see if we could make an extra key, but it was $129, and I don't even know if that's fair. That's right. I had made in the past car keys copy at Walmart before when they used to make keys at Walmart. Now the Walmart don't make keys anymore. They have these little machines in the store that make copies of keys for you. It's from another company it's not with Walmart. Anyways, I had made a car key before from my old Toyota, and I only paid like $5 for it. And this one is saying that it's $129 for the key. And then you have to fill out a form. You got to pay right there and then, but you don't get your key yet. You got to fill out the form, and then you leave your contact information, and then they have to ask you certain questions. Make sure that you're the owner of this car and not that somebody else is trying to make a copy of the key. So, I mean, I guess that's fair. And if anybody knows there's a way to do it without making another copy of the keys, I mean, all I want to do is unlock that steering wheel. So in the ignition, that key is just not moving at all. It just goes into, which is, and ours is 0 to start, and then 1, 2, and 3, which are the other switches to turn the key to. It's on 0. It just won't move forward. I already had 2 guys come and try to do it for me, and you know, it just didn't happen. And I've been doing it for a few days now. The car's been parked for a few days. It's just a mess. So if anybody knows what else we could do, we've been trying to turn the key and the steering wheel in the same time to the, it's only moving to the left and not to the right. It's unlocked. I want to know how I could unlock it. It's not anti-lock. So I don't know. That's never happened before. It's very weird. And so I read the handbook, and it says that the only way it will lock on you, and it had a list of the following, but none of that happened. The car was parked. So it was only if the car was on. You were driving it, took the key out of the ignition by accident without putting it in park first, or your tires are turned, oh, if your tires sometimes are turned to the side, that will happen. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. I mean, it's just a key thing or a ignition, but we rather not pay that for a key. But pushing goes to shove. That's just something that we have to do. Because from what I understand with Honda Accords, Honda company period, they have a code that the key has, and then that key, when you put it in the ignition, it has to be able to recognize that code. And they do this to keep people from stealing the cars from thieves. Be able to steal your car. So I don't understand. It's been the same key. It's been we already had our 1-year anniversary with this car, and we never had a problem with it. That's one of the things that happened this week. So my daughter, my youngest, is having a birthday this month, and she is soon going to be 20. I can't believe she's going to be 20 years old, my youngest. She still looks like a teenager. She's so small, petite, but she's going to be 20. The big too old. Yeah. And I'm excited for her, and I'm excited for that. You know, God willing, praise the Lord. It's her birthday's next week. Yeah, so hello, if anybody came in. I can't see the chat room. Let me see if it just, oh yeah, it's right here. Hold on 1 second, guys. Let me see if I could see the names. Nathan Oil. We put W4 oil in there just a little bit in the key ignition, and we sprayed it a little bit in the outside and put some in the inside, and it didn't work. We tried that to see if, but I guess that wasn't the problem. How you doing, Nathan? Where you from? Hello. I don't know if that's Libby, L-I-B. Sorry, I can't hardly see. I-B, welcome. Hello, milk, welcome in. Muxrack123. God sent his son Jesus to die on the cross to save you from all your sins and to give you eternal life if you believe him. Amen. Praise God. And that is the true gospel. Hello, hello. Welcome in, Outlaw. How you doing, Junior? Welcome in. Cirilo, welcome in. Welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're still here, thank you for the thumbs up. Working on 2 blankets. One is for a baby. This one is an African for an adult. And the other one is for the babies, a baby blanket. Yeah, the keys are expensive. I know. I'm like, wow. Well, it's not a new car. That's why I'm surprised. We bought a used car. And our car, the Honda Accord, is a 2004. So it doesn't have any of those fancy gadgets like the keys have now. So it's just a standard car key. Really, that's what it is. I mean, let me see. Wait. I think I have it here. And then when they scan, it was scanning the key to make a copy. It said 3-button key, and it showed a different key. I guess what they have now, but that's not my key. That wasn't my key. My key was totally different. It was just a standard car key, but I'm trying to find it now. Oh, here it is. So it's a Honda Accord, and it's just a standard key. It's just a standard car key. Nothing fancy about it. Standard car key. So it was charging me for. It showed a picture of the key, and it was saying that that was the price for the 3-button key. I guess the keys that have buttons now to unlock your car from a distance or whatever. But that's not our car. We have a nice car, don't get me wrong. It's just not a new car. So we decided not to do that yet and call the Honda. It said that they're cheaper than going to a Honda dealer. So I'm gonna try to get a family member to help me if they could try to get that key to go unlock the steering wheel is what I need. And if not, my last resort would be going to a Honda dealer, car dealer, which is going to cost me more money. But I just don't want to spend $129 on a key that I want to make sure it's the right key. That's all. So I've been home. I went into my doctor's appointment on Thursday. This all had happened on Friday. So I have doctor's appointments to go, one more this coming week. And then it's my daughter's birthday. And we're trying to get this car going. And then I have somebody that's going to help me with the garden, breaking, that person lives in a different town. And this had to happen. And I need the help right away because we're already in the end of July. And I got pumpkins, plants, squashes, and 2 different watermelon plants that are growing, and they need to go on the ground. But I need somebody to drill, break down the ground so I could put them in. And this person is willing to help me, but now I have I had to pick him up and at the town above me, and we need to go to bring him here to this garden here in my house, and then we had to drive 4 towns down to go to the other garden. Yeah, so I have to postpone these things, and it's just breaking my heart because I got the garden. I worked so hard with it, and now I got these plants growing. They want to be in the ground, and it's gonna have to be a delay on that. Well, maybe not the one for here in my house. I'm putting a watermelon and a pumpkin here in my house. I already got butternut squash growing here. The other butternut squash and pumpkins and watermelons are going to the second garden. And that's further away from here. I mean, is there anything else I could do with that steering wheel? Because it's just like so sad. It's just something seems simple, but then it's not simple. It's not like, thank God, it's not like something's wrong with the engine or anything like. It's just a steering wheel. So yeah. And then it's in the driveway. This happened in the driveway of our house, and we can't drive. We can't take it nowhere. Like to a place where they could probably take out that and to take it out the ignition part out and see what's going on and get it fixed, or because it seems like it's stuck or something. It's not moving forward. It's not moving backwards, and it's not moving forward. You can't. The light turns on the dashboard when you put the key in, and you hear the beep 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 beep, and the light turns on, but that key is not moving. And we only have one key for the car, and that's for the doors and for the ignition. So it's not like we have the wrong key. We don't have the wrong key. You might end up taking it to professional shop. Yeah. Looks like sends a signal up to an engine. The squash is yellow and white squash we're growing, and I was going to do green, but I think that's what I'm doing for now because I want to get done with these. Although squashes do very well in the fall, but I want to get done with the garden summer stuff, harvest that when it's ready to harvest, and then at the end of July, which is next week, not next week, the following week, I'm going to start my plants for the for the fall garden. So I'll be growing like the brassicas plants, like kale and broccoli and cauliflower, cabbage, lettuces, more carrots for the fall. And this is my first time that I'm growing pumpkin and growing watermelon. I'm excited for the watermelon too. I mean, I have so many recipes there for pumpkin. And that's for the fall, so it's going to be perfect time. Perfect timing. But everybody's excited for the watermelons, so I already got 2 of the Tommy Toad tomatoes growing on my plant here at the house. Everything's doing wonderful over here. Like my sunflower already blossomed with the yellow head, and it's starting to form the black spots in the middle. And then I have 3 sunflowers, huge, at my daughter's house. They're doing wonderful. I was last over there last Wednesday, and so one of them already formed its head, and then the other 2 you could see the yellow spots coming out. So those 2 I was waiting for it to form its head as well. Well, my daughter told me today that it already has happened. So that's always exciting when you, and it's just all fun for me too, you know, when you see something you grew from a tiny little seed, you know, and something healthy for you, you know, besides not the flowers but the food, something healthy for you to eat, you and your family, and it's always good to help other people. I like to grow, like right now I got 4 cucumber plants growing. I'm not gonna eat all those cucumbers. I will be sharing them. And I got about 7, 8, 12 tomato plants. And I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna eat all those tomatoes. So I'll be canning some and freezing stuff, but I'm gonna be sharing with other people. Pepper plants, not all of them came out the way I wanted to. I think all I got is 7 pepper plants going. And now my potato bed is doing beautiful. I cannot wait to harvest and see how those potatoes are going to turn out. I have a big, big bin outside. Um, I have shared pictures of my potato bed. It's so beautiful. All the foliage, plants look beautiful. It's a lot of it more this year, plants than last year, so that's exciting. That tells me that it's gonna get some potatoes. So half of the bin is russet potatoes that I bought. I used one from the grocery store because I used it last year and it worked very good. Actually, I got more potatoes from the russet potato from the grocery store than the potato seed you buy at the stores. And then the other one is the potato seed for the Yukon Gold potato is the other half. So we will see. I'm excited. I'm excited for the potatoes. I love watching, um, when I watch people's channels on YouTube, homesteaders and gardeners. I love watching them all, but I love watching when they harvest their potatoes because it's such a good surprise to see how many potatoes you grew from one little potato. You could grow 10, 20 potatoes. Isn't that crazy? And one thing I want to do that I didn't have time this year because I live in the northeast coast. I live in the north, and the north is cold. So if you're going to start sweet potatoes, you have to start the plant in February because sweet potato it needs a lot of time for it to develop and grow. And yeah, um, so sweet potato, they say you grow one sweet potato, you got sweet potato for life. Yeah. And so I enjoy watching those videos to see how well they did with their potato seeds and everything. And I'm doing very well with the carrots so far. I was never successful with carrots. I would try to grow them, but they won't do as well. So this year I have a lot of foliage for the carrots, so that's good. Um, Praying to God that I get a good amount of harvest, but I'm going to grow more in the fall. More potatoes in the fall. I mean, carrots, not potatoes. I My beans are doing well. There's a lot of flowers on the beans. Kentucky Wonder beans, but I haven't seen no bean pots. But we wait and see. There's a lot of flowers though. So I'm hoping that the bees are doing their jobs. You know, I saw something exciting. A butterfly was on my bean plant. A butterfly. So butterfly does pollinate. They do pollinate as well. So I was hoping she'd go pollinate my the flowers on my beans. It's my first time growing beans as well. These are the Kentucky Wonder beans. So, and they grow more than 6 feet. So if you ever grow beans, I think you should try to get I have 6 feet poles that they're growing on, but they're over those poles. They're going over the pole, and they're looking for something to grab. So I have to go over there with some sometimes I use yarn that I really don't like for my garden to make like a trellis. And not I use the what is the other stuff called? Tool. Um, and other things to make trellis. So I need to make one for the bean. I call it bean stalk. And then the sunflower is so tall. It was windy the other day, and she was bending over like this, so I had to stake her. Sunflowers get really tall. If it gets too windy and stuff, you have to stake them. But let's check the chat room. See who's here. Thank you, Junior. Hey, Aisha. How are you? How you doing? Welcome in. Handmade items. Thank you for being here, everyone. Fresh, fresh carrots, cute. Yeah, I'm growing different kind of carrots. Standard carrots, the orange one. Then the long orange, they call the small carrots too. I'm growing those, but I'm also growing the purple carrots and then the rainbow carrots. Yeah, so those are for the fall, the rainbow ones. Right now, I'm growing the orange ones, and I think some rainbow right now that I started them in spring. Welcome, Archa. Welcome in. Where you from? No, I'm not Indian. It's the first time somebody asked me if I was Indian. Do I look Indian? I guess it's my color. No, I am Puerto Rican. Um, so my family's from Puerto Rico, and I was born here in the USA, but I am Puerto Rican. Yes, I'm Latina. What you call Latin? Latina, yeah. That's what I am. Are you from India? Guys, don't forget the thumbs up as you come in. What are you guys working on? Even if it's not crocheting, what do you guys are into? Do you guys do some gardening yourself? See, Jordan hasn't came back to touch my yarn. Jordan's over there in another room. I've been training him, and see, this bottle is red. So I was told that with cats, especially kittens, because if you start with an adult cat, you're not gonna have any luck with that. But we're grateful that he's a baby. So this is a spray bottle and it has water in it, but it's color red. So when he's doing something bad, I say no, no, and then I take this out, and he starts looking at me, and then he doesn't do it anymore, because that's how you train him, is with the spray bottle. So if you don't want him, let's say for instance on your kitchen table, I start spraying him, saying him no, no. But sometimes they're stubborn, because sometimes he'll stay there until you squirt him 10 times and then he moves. I'm like, oh, Jordan, you took another bath. Yeah, because I don't like him on my table. I am a person who likes to cook and bake. I put flour on my table when I bake, stuff like that. I'm not having that. I have to always be constantly cleaning that table. And I can't wait to move to another apartment where I have a kitchen door where I could lock him out and he doesn't have to go to my kitchen. He's greedy. He's greedy. He does this even after he just fed him. So he just likes to eat. And especially, he sits right here on the floor when I'm cooking. And I guess he loves what he smells, what he's smelling. And he stayed there until he makes sure he's watching me to see if I drop something on the floor, so he can run to it and go eat it. Oh, welcome from India. Welcome. I talk like a lovable auntie. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I was watching some videos. I follow some YouTubers from India. I like to watch their channels of the ladies that are cooking outside. They're mostly cooking videos, but they show all these nice recipes, all this food they're cooking outside on a fire. Um, yeah, they make it look so easy. I have a cat as well, and I block him too. Yeah, you block him too. Yeah. You know, he's smart. He knows. He knows the minute he sees that bottle. And then the minute I walk to the kitchen, if I'm in another room, cats got really good hearing. Even if I'm walking very soft, because I have rugs right here, and I'm hoping he can't hear me. He hears me. Right before I get to this corner, he is jumping off that table. He is jumping off the stove. He's jumping off the sink, and he puts his head down. It's like he's like a kid. Like I'd be like, were you up there? Were you just up there? Huh? I talk to him like he's one of my kids. I don't know what they were young. I don't know what else to do. So I'm like, were you just up there? Huh? What did I tell you about that? And then he goes, meow. And then he put his head down like this, and he starts like walking away because he know he was wrong. But I don't mind letting him. There's two sofas here. I don't mind him being on. I don't mind him laying on my bed with me. But once I go to bed, or without me, he loves my bed. I had to make a video of him laying on my bed. He thinks he's a human when he's laying on my bed, for real. Today I caught him laying sideways with his head on my pillow. I was like, Jordan, you're getting too comfortable in my bed. And oh, I don't like this white here. Let me take this white. I like to leave the whites to the right here, so that when I go back around, I will crochet those in. And I don't crochet with the green because it looks awful. And then I do the same thing with the green, but this one escaped me. So I'm going to push it over here because I'm talking and not paying attention. And then I leave the green with the green and the white with the white. And so that when I go back around, I crochet them with their color, and then that way it looks nicer when you're crocheting in the yarn. Yeah. But I love him. He's lovable. He's we don't have a problem with Jordan not being affection. Like, he is a attention hogger, and I mean too much. But he's cute. He gets on you, on my chest right here, and then he just puts his head like this, like this. He's looking at me with those eyes. And you ever saw the movie Shrek with the what's the cat's name in Shrek? Ugh. Puss in Boots, where he fools the people by putting his ears down and his eyes droopy, and so they could be like, oh, he's so cute, and then he just beats them up. Well, that's Jordan. Like, when he gets on here, he puts his ears down and he's droopy, like, oh, like I'm saying, I love you. And he will let you know when he wants you to pet him, like with his head. He will go like this to you. If you have your hand out like this, he'll go like this to you so you could pet him. And he loves all that petting and rubbing and petting. Yeah, but he has done funny things that if I catch him in camera, it's so funny. Like, he will go on his back and turn his head all the way backwards, just instead of turning around to look at us. He's like the dogs. You know the dogs, they lay on their back and they put their little paws up and all four legs. He does that, and then he puts his head all the way around like this to look at you like, hello, I'm posting for you. He cracks me up. So he's a keeper because he has better qualities, more of the better good qualities than the bad qualities. But he thinks he's the boss of the house, and that's where me and him bump heads. Like, no, you're not the boss of my house. I'm sorry. You better be happy you got a home. And he is, my daughter buys him all kinds of stuff, and he never lacks of nothing. So, not even love. Anyways, my daughter never liked the cats, and she never thought that she would have one until she rescued this one, and she fell in love with him. So that goes to show you never know till you might not like certain animals, and till you bring them home one day and trying to keep them away from a shelter, and then you end up loving them. But, mhm. But at least I got him to the point where he hears me coming. Whatever he was doing wrong, he stops, and you know, he just waits for you there to yell at him. Anyways, enough with that. But he's adorable. He is. I'm back to the chat room. Oh, somebody wants to know my age. How old are you? You are probably way younger than I am because you said that I am like a lovable auntie. So that means you might be in your 20s. Are you in your 20s? Um, Archa? I hope I'm saying that right. Archa from India. I'm glad you said that I'm like a lovable auntie and not like I'm a lovable grandma. Auntie sounds way better. Alright, let me take that green out. Yeah, so how did I get you in there? How did that green get in there? Hold on 1 second. Get that out. I don't like that. Oh, it's in the bottom. Alright. So hopefully I will be done with these blankets. Maybe not this one so much this week, because this one is a more graph blanket and I gotta do some work with the middle part and the top going around to form a ribbon. And then the other one we'll see. We'll see. It depends on how much I have to like do so many things, and then the gardens take a lot of time, a lot of your time, and sometimes I'm 2 hours and a half in the garden, each garden. So I have to squeeze things in. Family, time with family, the house, everything. Alright, I'm gonna bring you in here. Bring you over here. This one, I'm gonna take it out of here. Oh, I knew you were in your 20s. 27. Oh, that's where you live? It must be really nice over there. Well, I'll give you a little hint about. I don't mind saying my age. I'm not ashamed of my age. But I give you a little hint. I have a grandson who is 14 years old. Will be 15 this year. So, Jordan, you better behave. He's over here down on my feet. So, I just had a birthday in May. Let me move this over here because I don't like this one over here. It's good about crocheting. It's very forgivable. And you do what you want. So, let's see. 5.5. I just had a birthday and I celebrated in Florida this year. Thanks to my best friend who wanted to see me so bad, she paid for the trip. She used to live here in Connecticut, but she's been in Florida for 20 years now. I had seen her before that, but it's been, I think, 3 or 4 years we haven't seen each other. And it was hot in Florida. I'm talking about worse than here. There you go, I fixed it. I don't want that green over there. Did you guess my birth? How old I am? Nope. I'll give you another minute. Oh man, there's a knot in this yarn. Really? Okay, I took it out. Anybody in here knows how old I am? There are my there are new people here, but there are also people who follow me for a while here. Come on, you can sit here, but don't touch my yarn, cause we'll be fighting. Okay? I already shared one of my yarn balls with you, and you're having that, and that's it. He has a lot of toys. But I'm gonna block my yarn because you're not gonna touch it. Thank you guys for being here. If you've been here this long, I do appreciate it. Let me see. Oh, I made my hour already. I just turned 56 in May. Oh, 45. Thank you. Aisha just made me 11 years younger. Thank you, Aisha. I wish. I just turned 56. And I'm so proud to be in my 50s. And guys, I only got one tiny little, I just saw it this today. I was showing my oldest daughter. I don't have white hair. And I never color my hair. I haven't, not never, I haven't colored my hair for 20 years now. And I got one little white one right here somewhere. That's all I got from what I could see. That's all I got. But this is all my natural hair. And I always say that I want to take a picture of my natural hair before it goes white. Because I'm not a person that colors my hair. I don't like it, and it's too much chemicals. People get cancer. You get cancer from coloring your hair. So we will see how it's gonna go for me. Yeah. I had my time in life with my natural black hair. So that's how it is in life. You know, you know, it's the way God made us. If it's my time for my white hair, then it'll be my time. But I know people that are younger than me that already has white hair, and they can't believe I don't have any. And I tell them all the time, I know, but I don't know why. I don't know why. You know? So, oh, bless your heart. Archa, bless your heart. Thank you. Yeah, I love to bake. I love to cook. I mean, I love to cook. I love to create my own recipes as well. And I love to grow the food that hold on, I want to make sure I did this right. That I cook with. Not everything. I have to go to the grocery store for some things, but at least if I could grow some organic vegetables. One day I would like to have my own piece of land, have a little farm, and grow, because I would like to grow trees, fruit trees too, and, you know, berry bushes, things like that that you need your own place for. Not really the bushes, because the bushes and trees, you could grow them in a container, a big container, so that when you move, you could, excuse me, take it with you. But they do much better in the ground. They grow bigger. They will produce food on the tree if you're growing it on a container. You just got to make sure you keep giving it the nutrients it needs. And plants are like people. They need TLC. They need food just like people need food for their bodies. And so yeah. So that's my dream. Maybe have some chickens, maybe a goat or two, and some quail. That is my dream. Yes. Have some food security. You know what I'm growing for the first time? Corn. I cannot believe my corn. The corn plant looks like just two leaves like this, but they're getting thicker and thicker. And at first, because I'm doing it by seed, so when they started to grow, it was like one plant inside the other. It was cute. It was like turning, one turn, one inside, but then all of a sudden it just separated. And it's exciting. I can't wait. I hope I'm successful. It says it takes 68 days. 68 days. So I still have time because I started those seeds about 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So this particular corn plant, it says to reach mature and harvest time, it is 68 days. So that is not much compared to some corn plants. You know, me and my daughter we went on a trail walk. We found a new trail walk, guys. I can't wait till I share that with you guys in the future. I just have to get my camera situation going. But anyways, we found this. Connecticut is full of parks. That's why they call this, and Bridgeport's called the city of parks. But all these other towns have a lot of parks too. We have waterfalls here. But we just found one out. My daughter found it on Google, and we went to it. We drove to it, and and it was, my gosh, it was so beautiful. And they have all this kind of natural berries growing there because there's a sign and it says that the berries were growing there for the wildlife, and so they're edible, and it's lots of them. And then we started walking through another way, and we saw it's like a teenage deer. It wasn't an adult, it wasn't a baby deer. And he was beautiful, and we have a lot of deers here, but I was never so close to one. Well, my other apartment, there was some across the street from my house. But anyways, he was beautiful. He had this beautiful white tail. And he saw us, and he turned around and he started running. Yeah, too bad he started running. But he was beautiful. Anyways, we found there's a lake there where you could go swimming. We kept walking and walking and walking, and then we came across the trail. Uh, Stopped, and it's because somebody bought that piece of land there, and we saw plants of corn, hundreds of corn plants. So somebody must have bought that piece of land. And I was wondering, how did they buy this land? Isn't this like part of the park? But I guess not. Besides, I don't know how that works. But it was like 100 corn plants. I said, well, I don't know who would want to plant corn here with so much wildlife here. They better get to that corn before they do, because they didn't fence it or anything. With so many beautiful corn plants. Yeah. Well, that was just the other day. We're trying to do more walks, my daughter. And just before this happened with the car, I was supposed to go with her at least 3 days of the week. We'll find new places to go walk, and we had planned to go to other parks. She could still go. The problem is, I live more north, and she lives more south. So she's more south, like 4 towns away from me. So I'm not gonna expect her to drive up north to pick me up just to go back south and go for a walk. So we'll just wait for the car situation to get fixed. In the meantime, I'll just walk here in the park in my town. Thank you, Arja, for those kind words. Well, I just want to come in here and hang out with you guys for a little bit and show you my work progress with these blankets, which I want to get them done because I have a new baby, a new member in our family. Somebody in my family is having a baby. And so that's another blanket. And that's going to be for a boy. So usually it's a lot of girls. So It's a boy. So, I'm going to have to be cracking on that. She's due in August. So, she's going to get a little late. 'Cause I got to finish these first. Because one person is waiting for this one. So, this is the one I got to get out the door. And then I'm interested in making plans for my future projects, which are going to be uh, things for the fall, garments for the fall. I'm going to make a few toys. I'm planning it out. And I will be sharing with you guys here in this channel. You know, I'm thinking once I get the camera situated, a tripod, everything I need to do tutorials. I will be doing tutorials on my own patterns that I created to share with you guys. So if you're interested in that, please hit the subscribe button. Help me to get to 1,500. I'm almost there. I think I need 10 more subscribers to hit the 1,500. I think I'm at 1,490. So if you're interested and you like what you see and what you hear, then hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my videos, because YouTube will notify you. And my coffee got cold. I have a second channel that I will share later after this video uploads in the comment section. It's called CT Valley Girl Garden. That's my food channel. So that channel I do gardening. There's some cooking videos in there. I get to do some food, grocery hauls, if there's some sales going on, or if there's any information that I could find out about the food pricing or anything that's going on with the food. Right now there's a lot of recall with the food, guys. So I will be sharing a video of somebody else's video who did all the research, and I'll just share the link. You could watch that video. Um, and it's a recall in the United States, so it's for the people in the United States. A warning, I guess, so you could be aware. But I heard that there was 2 deaths and a lot of people sick. So you could do research after you watch the video. Just make sure you do your own research. I always do that to make sure that things are, you know, things are really happening. And I think she does share it with you, show you where she found it, where it says what's in recall, what's on recall. This is why I grow what I can, even if it's a small garden. Even if I do have 2 small gardens, but the one in my second garden, I do gardening at my daughter's yard, and that one's bigger than this one. But you know, this is why I do it. I do it because it's healthier, safer. Um, it's organic. I'm blessing my body and other bodies, other people, best I can with what I could grow. With the Lord help me to continue to do this, that I could continue to do this with, you know, working with my hands, because gardening is a lot of work. And so I think I'm able to do it because God gives me the strength. That's why. But let me just check the last few uh uh here in the chat room. Hi Jeannie, how you doing, mama? How are you? Thank you for being here, stopping by. Oh, she calls me auntie. Thank you, Archie. Archa. I hope I'm saying that right. Archa. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, guys. It's at 1 hour 14 minutes. I don't want to take up your Sunday. I just wanted to hang out with you guys for a little bit, show you the projects I'm working on. I am going to be making a list of the things that I'm going to be working on for the fall. And there are some old projects that are unfinished that I'm going to be bringing to the table, and try to finish those, at least 5 or 6 of them, before 2025 is over. So by December, I am hoping I will finish some of these. But I need some, I'm going to tell you now what I'm going to be working on next between these 2 blankets. But like I said, the green one, the teal one, the ribbon one, I got to finish that immediately. I got to keep working on it every day. But I need to make myself something now for the spring. I always make myself at least one garment for the summer. And this year I have not done nothing. So I am thinking of doing a cardigan for myself. So this summer, something you could wear, you know, like over your blouses or your dresses, little crop cardigan for the summer. Maybe a lace one, I don't know. We will see. That I could wear maybe to church, or I could wear when in the nighttime when it gets cooler outside, or even the grocery stores. When I go shopping, I'd be cold at those grocery stores by the freezers and all that. But just to make myself a nice cardigan for myself. I finished my green one. And since I got new people here, I'll show you my green one. But I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. This is a phone camera. But this is my green one. It's a crop sweater. That I... This is a crochet one. This is the raglan pattern for a sweater, or you could use it for a pullover sweater, or you could use it like for a cardigan. No, Jordan. For a cardigan. So this is it right here. I put no buttons on it because I didn't want no buttons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pin it up here, or put one button up here, but I did the finishing right there, and it's only up to my elbow, if you can see. But it looks funny because I have this shirt. But one of these days I wear it with a short sleeve shirt, so you can see how nicer it looks. So yeah, so then I just finished the bottom. Just a very simple. It's great for beginners. Just a simple. This is all double crochet at the bottom. It's a half a double at the last row, just to finish it up. And the neckline, I did the first row I did single crochet. The second row I did the decreasing, so I can make the collar to close it up more than have it too wide open and too big up here. So then the second row was a decrease. If I can remember, I think I was decreasing every 5 stitch all the way around. This is for size large to extra large, and then all the way around this way. So I just did, after the decreases, I think I did a row with 2 more of the single crochet, and that's just a simple collar. You know, when you're a beginner, these are great patterns that you could do for yourself. I'm not a beginner, but I'm just saying that these are great for beginners, beginner friendly. So yeah, it fits me right where I want it, right here, because I actually made this for this beautiful winter skirt that I made this for. I'll show you in another video because I have to go get it, and I don't want to leave the area just to go get it. It's over there. But I made a beautiful winter skirt, and I always say I wanted to do a tutorial for that skirt. It's just so much work, and I think that what I'm going to do is a tutorial for the skirt for a doll size, but explaining to you how you do it for an adult, because it would take me forever to finish that tutorial. But it's a beautiful skirt I made for this one. So it's cropped up to here because the skirt goes right here underneath. I didn't want to block the skirt with the sweater at all, the front or the back, because the skirt's so beautiful. But yeah, I'll share that with the new people next time, because I know that my returning subscribers are already seeing the skirt. So yeah, so now I once you start a cardigan like this, you want to make another one and another one and another one. I'm in the middle of a pink one for my daughter, and that's the only one I have to get done yet as well. It's just that when I crochet that one, I fit and crochet. I see I try it on and say, okay, that's good for the length for the arm, and good for the length for the body. So I need her with me in the house when I crochet. When I stop crocheting because I'm trying to measure from here to here to make sure I did it right for her, and she wanted crop as well. So these are one of my sweaters I finished, which I love so much. But anyways, thank you guys for being here, and I do appreciate you guys. Be safe out there. Be blessed. Be safe. Be kind to someone. Be kind to everybody. Me. and be a blessing to someone. And I'll see you in these YouTube streets. And I'll see you for now. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now. Thank you for being here.